my journey began, like the step into entrepreneurship began probably almost 9 years ago, and I was working as a corporate lawyer, and most of my life I had followed a very kind of standard lifestyle. So I had done what was expected of me. I went to a boarding school, then I studied law, then I went to the big firm. I followed every step that life paved out and kind of thought that I was hitting all these success milestones. And it got to the point where I was working in this law firm and I was standing at the printer one day and a junior lawyer said to me, "So why did you choose to do corporate law?" And I had this moment where I really sat and thought, did I really ever choose this? Like, did I ever consciously stop and choose this path?
Wow.
Or did I just keep doing what was expected of me? And it was a really confronting, when your life kind of stares you in the face. And I really stepped back from that and decided to go on this kind of journey to really understand myself and how I ended up where I was. And I went to some seminars and things and, personal transformation workshops, thinking I was going for career coaching. Well, it was a big surprise because even at one of them, the trainer, he said, "Look, just take a seat and let's see what you discover." And oh my goodness, it was realizing like how I created my identity, why I did everything that was expected of me, where my perfectionism came from. It just unraveled a lot of how I ended up where I was. And the more work I did like that was so beautiful, yes, confronting, but also incredible because I started to get to really understand myself and what I wanted with my life and what my values were and why I felt so unhappy in law because I really was unfulfilled in law. So that really sparked this journey of transformation. I never actually thought that I was going to be an entrepreneur or have my own business. I was very mainstream. So I just thought maybe I would be like an in-house counsel or a consultant or something a little bit different. But I worked with some great coaches, which is why I love coaching as a modality. And they really challenged me to go after my dreams and to understand myself again and what I could bring to humanity. And so, again, just sitting in a coaching session, she was like, "Look, Briony, here's some options. What one is most exciting?" And I was like, "Starting my own thing." And she's like, "Let's go. Let's do it." The leap out of law was absolutely terrifying. I never looked back, but it really took something for me to leave that environment and that safety and that certainty. But I just had a deep knowing that I was meant to do more.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
That leap, actually, I'm terrified. I can so relate to that. Could you share with us, what helped you in these moments and why did you still take the leap,
Yeah.
not step back from the...
Yeah, I'll never forget the day that I resigned and I just had my little piece of paper and I gave it to my boss and I was just shaking and he's like, "Are you sure you want to resign?" I was like, "Yes, I would like to resign." And I think it was a journey. It really was a journey of, first figuring out, okay, what is it I want to build and create? And I started to do a few things. I did some branding and I got a couple of clients when I was still working as a lawyer because that helped me build a little bit of certainty and a little bit of confidence in what I was doing. And I really believe in that. Like, I know we talk about the leap, like it just happened and it was this moment. And there is a moment that you have to decide and you have to go for it. But there was also a lot of things I did in the lead up. I saved some money. So I had some savings. I got a few clients. So I tested my skills. I got my certifications while I had income. And I really did try to do things that would help me build like a foundation. And it still didn't matter. Like the day I walked out of there was just so confronting. I was meditating on the floor for 3 hours, just trying to get grounded because I was like, what have I done? What have I done? Right. And what really made a difference, I think I had a vision of what I wanted to create. And I was really committed to that vision. And I would repeat it every day and imagine myself living it. And I also had an incredible mum who, the next day a company called me and they said, "Hey, Briony, we heard you left this law firm. We want to offer you an in-house counsel job at 3 times what I'd ever been paid." And there is a theory that sometimes when you have the courage to finally do what you want to do, you're going to be tested. Just a little test. Just, are you sure? Are you sure? And that was mine. And I remember thinking, oh gosh, I'm making like $200 a week. Maybe I should just take this job. This is a good opportunity. And I rang my mum and she said, "Whatever you do, do not take that job. Like, you have given yourself this gift and you've got to give yourself a chance. And so I also believe you only have to have like 1 or 2 people that really cheer you on. It doesn't, I mean, everyone's definitely not going to get it. And
know who they are probably.
Yeah.
Maybe intuitively in that moment you called that person. I mean, maybe there could have been others that would have advised you in a different way, but yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
So you didn't regret that at all?
No, I never regretted it. I'd never regretted it. But I remember so many moments the first day I sat down to build my business as a self-employed person. Yes. And I sat at my little laptop and I was at the cafe and I thought, wow, how cool is this? I've been in a corporate office for, years working 7 to 11 kind of. And so I'm just like sitting there and then it really dawns on me, I actually have no idea how to build a business. Like, I was a great coach and I'd coached some clients and we got amazing results, but I did not know how to build a business. I don't know about marketing, sales, finances. And it was that moment of realizing like, wow, I've got quite a big skill set gap. That was a steep learning curve, very steep learning curve, but I didn't regret it. I learned a lot. I discovered parts of myself I didn't even know I had. I learned how to love sales and all these skills that, prior to that, I didn't even know how to do. So I never looked back. And it was still difficult. Like, really, it was very lonely. I was in New Zealand. I was, pretty young entrepreneur and there wasn't many other people in the industry at the time. I didn't have any business skills. So it was a lonely time. But again, it was like, you just have that vision and you just know what you want to do. So it's, never looked back. But definitely lots of challenges.